Hey, good morning. So, we've been saying the whole time just how important testing is, right? If you feel like you've been exposed to COVID-19 or you have those COVID-19 symptoms, you should get tested if you can get that test. And the CDC says, that's really one of the best ways to help slow the spread of the virus through contact tracing, keeping track of who has it, right? But now, with testing more readily available, the holiday coming up, we're hearing about people getting tested and not taking those additional precautions like isolation, especially if that test comes back negative, kind of gives them that false sense of security. And doctors say that can be a dangerous game if you're planning to see family this week, particularly those family members who are high risk.
The biggest misconception I've heard this entire pandemic is that if I get tested today and I'm negative, I can see grandma tomorrow. Absolutely not. There's a 2 to 14 day incubation period. So if I get infected today, I may not become infectious, able to infect somebody else for 2 to 14 days.
And that's why it's important to be careful, particularly with those rapid tests that are becoming more and more popular. Velocity Urgent Care, for example, has locations all across Hampton Roads. It's offering those rapid tests by appointment, but it's been so busy that if you click, for example, right now to try to get tested today, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a time slot available today. You may have to look later in the week or even beyond that. And even then, UVA infectious disease expert Dr. William Petrie says rapid test results are not the end-all, be-all.
I think any test is not going to be 100%, and the antigen detection tests are less sensitive than the reverse transcriptase PCR tests that we started out with. In general, the antigen tests detect the amount of virus that is transmissible to other people. So they're not detecting, the very, very lowest levels of infection, but they are detecting the level that is most associated with being transmissible.
So again, as you heard from the previous doctor, that the incubation period can, last up to 14 days. So a rapid test, might not find anything right now, but you could get sick later on, right? And so again, testing obviously super important right now. If you feel like you've been exposed or you have those symptoms, you do want to get a test, but don't let that be the determining factor of whether or not you're going to go see family tomorrow on Thanksgiving, because you never know if a negative test might turn up positive results later on if you do end up experiencing those symptoms and you take another test. So that is something to think about as we head into the holiday tomorrow. Reporting live here in Norfolk, Anthony Sabella, News 3.